راغبا في كل علم نافع.
ينمو العلم ويتقدم بتقنياته ومجالاته، ومعه نطور أدواتنا في تقديم العلم الشرعي. أكاديمية
زاد أكاديمية ينبوعها صاف ليروي غلة الظمآن، والسنة الغراء شارحة له، فهما لنا من ربنا وحيان. بشرى لنا زاد أكاديمية للعلم كالأزهار في البستان.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to the fourth hadith in the first level of the prophetic traditions. When we come to removing a harmful thing, anything, a branch of a tree, broken glass, can of drink somebody drank and threw it in the street, a stone, a brick, a rock, old tire, anything that can cause harm to the people, to the vehicles, or to the animals. As in one hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, one person while walking, he saw a branch fell from a tree, and it blocked and it obstructed the path of people. So he removed it. He said, let me clear the way for people. So the Almighty Allah was very grateful to him, and as a result, He forgave him his sins and He admitted him to paradise. Al-Haya is an Arabic word which is one of the most comprehensive vocabulary, and it is very difficult to find an exact similar word in any other language. So sometimes it will be referred to as modesty, bashfulness, shyness, but perhaps when you know the concept of haya, it is a characteristic that compels one to do that which is praiseworthy and to abstain from what will make the person dispraised and criticized, obviously by the Almighty Allah. So to stay away from anything that is shameful. So when a man sees a woman and she has a pretty face, out of haya, he lowers his gaze. And then whenever he is in private, he lowers his gaze. He doesn't look and watch what Allah has forbidden, because he knows that Allah is watching. Not only people are watching. Whenever he is offered bribery, he refrains. Why? Because Allah is watching. So they said al-haya is to protect the head and what it contains, the sight, the hearing, the tongue, and to protect the abdomen, what it contains. So the stomach, you do not eat, you do not consume, you do not earn, then buy food or clothes or anything which is earned unlawfully. A person who do so would only do what pleases Allah as a result of haya. Al-haya is one of the branches of the tree of Iman. So the highest of any act of worship is obviously to declare the oneness of Allah. None has the right to be worshipped but Allah. And also it requires to add, and Muhammad is his messenger. Because saying La ilaha illallah without recognizing the message and the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam isn't enough to make you eligible for salvation on the day of judgment or to enter heaven. How did we know that there is none have the right to be worshipped but Allah? And how did we come to know that? How are we supposed to worship? How are we supposed to pray? And how many times a day? And what do we say? How are we supposed to know about fasting or abstaining from what is forbidden, or the rates of zakah, and to whom shall we give it, and the Hajj rites? It's only through the revelation of the Quran and then the complementary sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah said about them, in huwa illa wahyun yuha. It is all, whether the Quran or the Sunnah, a matter of revelation from Allah to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we must acknowledge both, otherwise the shahada isn't complete. So the statement of al-imanu bid'un wa sittuna, or 60 plus or 70 plus branches, reflects the uncertainty of the narrator Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anh, as I said. Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, meaning the mainstream Muslim Sunni scholars, includes the words uttered on the tongue and physical actions and belief by the heart as a definition of faith. What does it mean? Al-imanu ma waqara fil qalb. What is the definition of faith? What settles in the heart. You believe in it by your heart. And then you express about it by the tongue. You declare, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. That's a declaration of faith. And then what? You prove it via actions. The actions could be by the body parts and the limbs, or also by the hearts. Piety, fear, hope. These are all acts and actions of the heart, which are considered as ibadat, to prove that the person who says La ilaha illallah really means it and really recognizes that none have the right to be worshipped but the Almighty Allah. Al-haya, once again, or faith, is a part of faith. Feeling shy before Allah obliges a person to obey Allah and to fulfill all the duties that the Almighty Allah has commanded him or her to do, and also to abstain from what Allah the Almighty has forbidden or even disliked, because he is ashamed to do something that may displease the Creator. He is shy from Allah to do something that he is shy to do it before people. Some people, as long as they are surrounded with a good company, they behave themselves. You should behave yourself better, even by you whenever you're alone, because Allah is ever watching. And that is the meaning of ittaqillah haythuma kunt. Keep your duty to Allah wherever you may be at. You know, you should be showing haya from the Almighty Allah. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't explain the rest of the branches, the 60 plus or the 70 plus, in order to give number one, two things. The teaching should be brief and to hit the target. Okay, he wanted to speak about two things: the uppermost and al-haya. And then the teachings of the Quran and the Sunnah are full of explanation about the rest of the articles of faith and the branches of Iman and so on, which can be learned in multiple ahadith as we're doing right now. Inshallah, to be continued next time with another hadith. Until next time, I leave you all in the care of Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا راغبا في كل علم نافع
ينمو العلم ويتقدم بتقنياته ومجالاته، ومعه نطور أدواتنا في تقديم العلم الشرعي. أكاديمية زاد
أكاديمية ينبوعها صاف ليروي غلة الظمآن، والسنة الغراء شارحة له، فهما لنا من ربنا وحيان. بشرى لنا زاد أكاديمية للعلم كالأزهار في البستان.